different or the same as the military people. We're not. It's called the service training. That's why they always take over the military, because the military is how they usually regain control. And it's also physical. So with the revolution or the war, they got to keep us, they got to keep their people. So the way to get an upper hand on 2 million people who happen to be bearing arms. You have a large country that bears arms. Right. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a huge threat. And if our country decided they wanted to go socialist, that's why they vehicles moving around. We ever know that, right? What is it called?
This dragon is so full of shit.
That's not a freaking joke. That's not a joke. That is if they ever have to. We gotta separate and put people where those are the people they want working at those places. That's exactly what they're doing. They're preparing for the unknown.
Hey, little Galen.
Yeah.
Your stuff went off in the dryer.
But think about that. Why would you?
And you have a load in the washer.
Why would you prepare for things like this?
All right. Thank you.
If you don't think it's ever gonna, happen. Why would you prepare for it? Okay, why would they do this? Why would they do that?
So are they not making people who are currently in the military get this vaccine?
What?
Are they currently not making the people who are enlisted in the military getting the vaccine?
Well, let me ask you this. What have you heard in the news about military people getting the vaccine?
No, nothing.
You think? But, people miss these things. They don't think about these things.
Right.
They don't. So when have you heard anything about, hey, the military is making the government people get all the vaccinations? Yeah, the civilian working government people, yeah. But our military, the Army, Air Force, Marines, nothing. Conserve the strength. When have you heard anybody in the military that's full duty? Like, no. And you know what? You're not going to. Government controls that. That's a need to know basis. You don't need to know.
And if they were making it, would just be a bogus shot.
I'm just saying. I don't hear anybody in the military complaining about getting the COVID shot. Hey, I'm full duty right now, and I'm in Afghanistan, and I got to get the COVID shot. I ain't hear. I don't see no stories circulation about any soldiers complaining about getting the COVID shot. Maybe some lives on base. I haven't even heard of that. I'm just trying to tell you that our country is the matrix, like the movie. The wolves pulled over our eyes, and a majority of our country is just kind of like, why would the government want to hurt us? It's not that the government wants to hurt us, but the government wants to control us.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
Well, when you say control, what do you? Well, okay, they don't want us to get overpopulated because they think it's the worst thing that can happen to our economy and our people. Why do you think Trump is so big on Trump is trying to build a wall to say, okay, if this is going to happen, we're going to be overpopulated. We're going to shut it down. They want to build a wall. He said, we got to stop people thinking that we can survive this world pandemic, whatever can happen. So, like I said, back in the day when they bombed Pearl Harbor and opened the eyes of the Japanese, okay, the reason that they did not come into our country because their plan was to come into the United States and destroy it. I mean, they started with the harbor. They called us off guard. But they said we can't do it because too many people in the United States bear arms. We will get destroyed.
How do you attack me when I'm actually above your head?
Go into the United States because
When you're dropping your head. That doesn't make any sense to me
So they
whatsoever.
bomb something much smaller, Hawaii.
well, no, what I'm saying is that plan, they were,
Is that what
they
the
were coming,
military is?
but they were supposed to come in and bomb the United States.
Oh.
They stopped there because they knew that. Remember the Colonel said we just awakened the sleeping giant. That's all we did.
Right.
The country was too big for us to handle to go in there and just take over the United States.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen. Too many people bear arms. You know how many people would just, I'd be out in there killing Japanese people in my own country. Hell yeah, it'd be fun.
Stop, buddy.
Somebody like,
Get out.
Yeah, you about to us out, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Come on. Our country, all of us would have our guns in the streets.
So one of the podcasts, John
I wish this
said,
dragon would just freaking
they're
die.
actually in the United States, they are growing spinach and salad
Yeah.
that contain the components of the vaccine. For people who want a plant-based and not get an injection. I'm like, what? So all of a sudden this is going to be mainstream and eat our lettuce because COVID are like.
Oh, the bear that's just trying to fight the freaking dragon.
Well,
That's unfair.
The other red is putting in our
Right.
okay. So if they're growing it as
You two need to stop growling so much. Shut up, bro.
The government is the FDA. They're the same thing.
I might want to pay attention to that freaking dragon. He's a freaking
All
menace.
I'm trying to tell you is, I read a book about a guy that was saying, believe what is not. Take me back to tablet. Every tablet is more true than the Why is that? Because we have this thing that called the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Basically, so many people in our country that don't want us to believe that our country would assassinate Kennedy. Oh, we would never assassinate our own president. Well, okay, why would we kill our own president? Bay of Pigs, Cuban Missile Crisis, wanted to help black people sign the first bill for civil rights. I mean, why did people just not see why Kennedy wasn't liked? He was popular. He wasn't liked by the white people. Didn't like Kennedy. Because you know why?
You didn't meet both. Watch why I'm messing it up.
They're trying to assassinate him twice, maybe 3 times. It's because it wasn't that. It was because Reagan was all about Republican and military. All of spending up to make our military stronger. And our military people and we like that. We want it. We need that. I think during Reagan administration, we had our military grew 3-4 times in size and money and that's what our budget was the same. They want to spend all this money on it. So, it doesn't surprise me that Bill Gates is trying to control things. He's been working with the military. His wife recently left because he didn't want children. He signed a disclosure right after they separated at divorce because he didn't want her to say anything about what he was doing or why she could be in trouble. But she said, if you think I think Oprah's gonna talk to her, but she is very limited to what she says. So Oprah's gonna try to do an interview.
I have my one that does dragon damage.
So she doesn't really have that answer. You know what I'm saying? Oprah's gonna ask the question, and she's gonna say, well, I'm not answering.
Ouch.
So she'll figure it out. But,
And I fainted too because he dropped the bomb right on my face and hit me with his freaking face.
Really?
What's that one guy's name
That's ridiculous.
that was very wealthy, but he wouldn't come out in public? The really rich guy. He died in a hotel room. He didn't come out for years. What was his name? Very wealthy person. They would slide food under the door and stuff, and he was one of the wealthiest men in the world. What was his name? Hey Siri, who was the wealthiest man that wouldn't come out of his home?
A millionaire is a person with a net worth of at least 1 billion units of a given currency, usually the major currencies such as the United States dollar, euro.
Hey Siri, stop. It was Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
He was a rich guy from a long time ago that had a phobia of going outside and he stayed in all the time. Very wealthy.
Oh shit, that was a long time ago.
What was his name? Remember he funded a lot of our airplanes and military NASA stuff.
I can't remember his name.
died in his room to be, I mean, non-social. His last name's Russell. His last name is it Hughes? I'll figure it out. But anyway,
Also, you gonna come at me sideways after I helped you like that, bro?
And that right there made people think, our country is about controlling kids. Our country is about women having kids that want to have big families. We're all about that. You know, so they don't.
I don't know, because he kept getting in my way when I was trying to fight the dragon after I made the dragon go away. Trying to sharpen my weapon, you prick.
Because he's a figure in the media.
The only thing I liked about him is that he was such an asshole.
I don't know why I was fighting the Barretts, I just was.
That there was nothing transparent about him.
Oh, he's after the Blazegeist again.
Twittering about this is how I feel. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, thanks for telling me. I know.
Yeah.
Keep your enemies close. Like, if you're going to just tell all, like, how you feel, then okay, I know where you stand. Yeah, politics, that's what I kept saying, the savior of our world, the Antichrist, is going to be someone that everybody puts their trust into. It's going to be somebody that we say, oh, this is it. This is the right one. Everybody loves this person. Listen, that's what I thought was going to be Obama when they was talking about it. I knew it wasn't going to be Obama when they was talking about, oh, what are they going to have in the White House? Chicken and hot and low rider car. You know, then he was hating on them from the get-go.
Well, but I think it was a...
Please don't let there be a Diabolus.
Left and right. There was too many people that hated on Obama for him to be.
He left.
But for the common person like myself,
Yeah, the Barretts left.
It felt like a piece of history. It felt like,
Only because
wow,
he was
this
black.
is a good change.
Only because he was black.
The Blazegeist flew away.
Well, that's what everybody saw. But then they kept saying thing was Obama. Where his mom was born, where he was born. They started doing all these things to discredit who he was. So when they did that to him, I knew that he wasn't the threat because too many people didn't like him.
Right.
So thank you, Trump. Too many people hated on him. I knew he couldn't be the person, the right one.
They kind of lifted him up as the white messiah.
Did not.
The redneck
And what I'm saying, but too many black people hate him. See, it doesn't say that. It says that this person was going to be a very neutral person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put it. Like, if the Antichrist could be a female president. You never thought about that? You don't think a female can be president? You don't think a female can be president? It's gonna happen.
I think that's funny that you would think that a female president would be the answer.
Well, when I say Antichrist, I don't mean like physically be the Antichrist, but they be the politics that pulls the carpet under this as far as our country. No, I'm
Running already, I only hit him but one
the
time.
Antichrist, but that could be part of the plan. Meaning
Oh,
this
that
person.
because she is a female figure and they look up to her and
Right, but her mind, she has evil thoughts of just breaking down our country or turning our back on Israel and not helping, letting them just get bombed or something and not support our allies. Pull apart, you know, and to break down Israel.
Isn't that what's happening right now? Like, pulling our troops out of
We are still our allies. If that happens, we're done. Because Bible says that. We're done. One step.
Out of Afghanistan.
Doesn't matter. It just means that there's one step closer to
Wow, that bomb was nowhere near me.
people taking over.
But in the book of Revelation, everything's going to go back to Israel.
Yeah, but it may not be in our lifetime. It may be 100 years. It could be 2 days. It's just no way to know. If you go by what the Bible says in the studies and everything, we already know that we're in the end of times. Okay, every church and every Christian church in the world, if they know how to read into the Bible and what's happening in the days, they understand that we're in the days of time.
Sure.
End of times. And God said all these different things are going to happen in this time.
What?
Pandemics and we're in this thing that hasn't happened yet. This is going to be the hardest thing. And what's going to happen is they have been like this CRISPR stuff and genetics and stuff. Even though they're doing this CRISPR stuff like on the human side, but they're also using the same type of DNA and genetics for GMO on the other end that destroys the soil. So the soil's not so the soil.
Viable.
No, it's viable. It yields high crops
Right.
for selling
Right.
and fast, but it destroys the soil.
Right.
So it's just like it's like if you allow them to do their little chemical GMO thing there, they do it and they still make all this money, but then now the dirt and the soil is not any good anymore to grow anything else in. So the natural world just becomes not growable. So we wouldn't be able to grow anything in that natural soil because whatever they were using, that chemical was just killed the soil. And that's where our famine's going to come. Not to mention the bugs and insects and grasshoppers are going to eat the crops in the South and California and the grapes and the food and the vegetables, and then famine comes, then the prices go up. And then they're gonna but if that was to happen right now, they'd be like, okay, you can't come in the grocery store unless you are vaccinated. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example that you can't come in.
Well, what's funny though is right now, like even though the signs on the door say masks are mandated, there's people walking around the store without masks on.
But I see that all day long.
Nobody checks their ID cards.
Nope. And they were doing that in the restaurants too. The restaurants are saying mask required, but they're not mandated. You know why? Because they believe that people have that right.
Well, no, they want business.
And they want business.
Give a shit.
Like I had a guy came in today, he said, I gotta buy a new computer. He goes, I never ever thought, because I've been doing this business for 23 years, it's my business, and it's been doing great. And I never thought it could almost go bye-bye in less than 1 year.
Why?
Just gone. Because of COVID.
Oh, what kind of business was it?
I don't know, I forget what kind of business it was, but he said it was like mega business and it almost went away. Like he just needed like a good 4 or 5 years to just really build enough money to say, okay, I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna retire. But now he's back to like rebuilding it, getting his clients. It's almost like he's at square one again. He couldn't even afford to buy this freaking computer. He's like, I'm going to put it on my card. He goes, I got to do it. I don't have a choice. It's $1,800. I gave him the educational discount because he subcontracts to a lot of schools and stuff. He had to do something with the schools and stuff. When schools went remote, whatever he's into, like whether it's school furniture or it's something that educational institutions need. But when they went remote, they didn't need that shit anymore. Everybody went remote. Like in our college, we were getting ready to replace the carpet in the library, and that was part of our budget. Well, when everybody went remote, they're like, forget that. Yeah. We're not going to do that because the damn school's going to be freaking closed. Right. We need to pay our employees as long as we can before we start laying them off. So there went that budget money. The money all went to somewhere else to keep the business going. Same thing with like the breweries and stuff. On the west side, he told me that they literally had to get special permissions to actually go out and deliver the freaking beer just to survive. Yeah. And was asking people to come in, hey, we'll give you a free 6-pack of beer if you come in and buy it. You know, they were doing everything. West side did good. They gave away t-shirts and they spent money to make money to keep customers coming in.
Well, where in the heck do you think you're going?
He said, but what us being very diverse with trying to keep people coming and us reaching out to them, we'd be done. The brewery would be gone. So they barely made it. Because we emptied our savings completely just to hold on to this brewery. So it wasn't a good time to own your own business during COVID, unless it was something that, like masks, cleaning supply, alcohol. You know, if you was in that business, you made a fortune.
I don't feel like Mom and Rob are gonna make it for a day on prices for food and gas are 3 times more than
You know what I mean? We ain't like you go to an island and concrete. It's just not gonna happen. I'm telling you, they're gonna end up home.
Y'all need to chill the fuck out. Bruh. Get the F up. Why are you giving me that? I don't want that right now.
I'm trying to tell you what's gonna happen. When they get on the same boat, it's inevitable. Yeah, they could find a place on land out there because he's planning on giving his boat to his son anyways, but they can live out there.
Smart with how much they put into this boat.
I don't know how safe it is.
Sell it.
I don't know. No, he said he was gonna. And the thing is, I think that I don't know how safe it is for them to just fucking one lane anywhere. I think the only thing we on
Mom
the
said
freaking
the
water.
iceberg. Sounds like. Her and her husband lived in Puerto Rico for free. He said they treated us terrible.
I Rathian, bro.
We're part of the United States. He said.
I get attacked by 2 monsters at the same time. And fainted.
They don't like white people. They don't
That
like
does
black
it.
people,
I'm
they
gonna
don't
kill
like
that
white
freaking dragon, bro.
So.
He interrupts
But
for the
it's that
last
thing with
freaking
Spanish and
time.
Mexicans and stuff, they're not the same. They don't like each other. It's a damn shame. I'll never forget that time that freaking Mexican got in a fight with John Fonseca because John said something to him in Puerto Rican and he was Mexican and he freaking went off. I ain't fucking Puerto Rican, but I was like, oh shit, what the heck did you do? And John was like, he's Mexican. I thought he was, oh well, my bad. Do I look Puerto Rican to you?
Mexicans and Puerto Ricans have tempers, buddy.
I don't even remember what that was. It was the PX. He said something
It
to
was
him.
at the PX?
Yeah, we was in a parking lot. We went to the store to get some cheese or something or whatever. I'll never forget it.
Oh,
We were grilling out. Me and John went to the PX to get something for, can't remember. I thought it was like grape jelly or something. For
yeah,
the
grape
recipe
jelly
or
for
something.
the barbecue sauce. That's
Something.
what they use in
Butter
barbecue.
and grape, yeah, butter.
Freaking Puke. God dang it. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, I do get this.
Heck away from me, bro. Who do you think you are
Things where no matter
attacking?
what you think, you will never know the truth. So, therefore, it's an infinitive thing. You just keep going. You infinitive, you know. Because you'll never know the truth. The only thing you can do is hypothesize about what you think. These are all these doctors, and you have all these different perspectives.
Leave
They take you to the
me
and they tell you, this is what
alone.
happened in my group of 60 people. The doctor says over here, but then you start putting two and two together. What are the correlations? Go to the correlations.
Ah.
and you go to the science. The science says,
Right.
yes, the vaccination
Freaking now.
is something
Homie.
that can help our country, but it also is hurting our country at the same time. Political side is the mandate of us becoming a social country, making us make people get it. That is saying, like, that is most important. That they listen to us and they do what we tell them. That is the most important thing to them. The first thing that they did was they released that out of China. They released that out of the lab on purpose. The other countries were notified that it was our country chose not to tell us that this
Every time.
COVID-19 was going to
This
And that's why
freaking dragon's annoying.
there's a reason for the delay. The reason for the delay is so
Oh,
that
now
you
it's
have
stunning me?
pull
Freaking
from people
bullshit.
immediately. So that could cause the pandemic and the emergency to say, oh,
It's
whoa,
funny
whoa,
how
we
it
gotta get it.
appeared to start at both coasts. New York
Exactly.
and Seattle.
And Seattle,
And then all of a sudden it's
Right.
just,
That,
and because of traveling to and
Right.
from New York.
right. Now, when you watch movies, like you remember 13 Months, remember that movie? 13 Months, Bruce Willis. When they just snapped it, there was something that came out of somebody, and if 8 people were sick, they shut shit down. I mean, they just, the CDC, they didn't have to wait for a pandemic to be this percentage of people. Way much lower, especially if it came from the South or if it came
Right,
from overseas.
right.
They were shutting shit down like,
Right.
they were landing airplanes like, stop,
Right,
no,
right.
ain't nothing coming in here.
Right.
It's just like Hawaii. Nothing gets in Hawaii. You know what? They lock that shit down as soon as they hear a word. Oh, no, nobody's coming here.
We're done.
No, we're done.
We're on
Lock it
lockdown.
down. We didn't do that. Do you know there's a reason why we did it? Why we did that? In Wuhan, that same day that the virus was released was when we were playing the war games. The same exact thing. Just like when 911 hit the building. They do it every year. The war games, they shut down our mechanisms and stuff. And see, that's when our country is the most vulnerable, is during these times. 911, there wasn't a plane within 300 miles of New York City. Think about it. Why would they do every plane? I mean,
Come on, big boy.
I mean, you're a police officer, you got 5, 10 police officers. But you gonna put 10 of them at the spot for practice? But you ain't gonna leave 1 or 2 just in case something goes down in our country? Come on. Every damn weapon we had, nowhere was here in New York City to help when those planes hit.
Well, where are we working?
Somewhere, I don't know, somewhere. They have it every
What do you
year.
mean by working?
We have this thing where we take all our weapons and war games and we practice. It's a day where our country is so vulnerable. The Rockefellers and all them, they know this. It's the best time to heist the building. The government is playing with. Do you think the Rockefellers might have something? Okay, Rockefellers also are in big with big company that makes good bullets and rockets and missiles. They're actually a billion. Rockefellers and no, not NASA. NASA's about space project. Weapons of mass destruction. We used to see the trucks in Seattle. The name was Seattle. That's all it. The company.
Boeing?
No. No, it's a weapons company. They make all the freaking weapons. Remember they had a picture of when Columbine hit, there was a truck that somebody had taken a picture of one of those trucks going by and put it in the newspaper. And it was just like people complaining about oh, you guys just drove this truck by, it went right by the house of Columbine.
Yeah, I've been waiting on you, but you've been watching and smoking.
Anyways, they're big, they have a big.
I'm just sitting here just fighting this Rathian for fun.
Make weapons, make any kind of weapons, guns, weapons. They make the M16. You know, they fund it. That's where all the money comes from. That's why our country always wants to go to some type of war. It makes money for our country because we make guns and weapons, and we, you know.
I returned from expedition. I'm going back.
At war. We make money. That's when we're the most stable countries when we're at war. For money. Government spending and stuff.
Oh.
So, you know, so in the United States and
He's level what?
stateside and stuff about the vaccination and COVID. It's just one of those things where it's like
Can you say no life on this game?
So you think the United States
Are you not the people?
knew
John,
9/11
get on my
was going to
nerves.
happen?
Oh, absolutely. I believe they ignored. They covered up everything that, like our intelligence.
That's right, because the FBI
They covered
was
up. They covered up everything.
covering these people, like
Yeah,
they
they
kind
covered
of
up
knew,
everything. Even the guy that said, "Hey,
like a most wanted list, or
well, the phone call to the FBI.
from the person,
teaching place.
the teacher,
I got
pilot.
Iranian.
The thing that I was going after for was I never got out of that freaking fish. I got everything but it.
But don't want to learn how to land. There was, I mean, they took the phone call. The FBI, the surveillance. It wasn't even FBI. It was FBI and FBI.
Probably
Took the
FAA.
no, it was Homeland Security. So Homeland Security took the call.
Definitely.
From the guys.
I didn't expect to get multi-teamed by freaking dragons plus a freaking
Thousands of
fish.
dollars cash to take flying lessons for large commercial planes, but they only want to learn how to take off and fly them. They don't want to learn how to land them. Don't you find that kind of strange?
Yeah.
They could at least put prison rules where they jump the shit out you.
They didn't even look into it.
Be like prison
They said they
rules.
would, like much later. Like always too late by the time we looked. But it wasn't illegal.
For real.
You know, they wash it and play it. Oh, you know, the phone call went to the FBI and we thought it was a horse. You know our country.
I had thought they were watching them because they were like terrorists.
They were watching. But not those guys, they didn't expect the planes. They knew about it. They could have investigated it, they did not. I think that what it was is when they decided that they were going to hijack the Twin Towers. Because all it was a giant bank robbery. That's all it was. All what? Because if you know anything about economics and stocks and everything like that, when those buildings got destroyed, it was one of the biggest they were like the stock exchange for our whole country. The money doesn't freeze, the money gets moved. So a lot of people made a lot of money that day when the Twin Towers fell. Lots and lots. What do you think happened?
And again, you think, why did our government try to hurt us?
Our government wanted to
Oh.
go to when that happened. We wanted to go to war, and that's why even George Bush made it look like, you know, the Taliban and all that.
Then you want to start it up?
Because
Or
Osama bin Laden.
we had to make it look like it's another country's fault
That's half.
in order to get into that mode of war to spend
Sweet, let's do it.
money in that
People
way.
will be willing to increase taxes to go to
Right,
the military.
right. And it's all a money.
Increase spending.
It's all a money thing. And our country, don't get me wrong, our country does need it, but not in that way. That's just fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's politics, and that's how it works. But we as the people that just sit here and work every day and make money, take care of our kids, keep in our cars, and doing everything, we're just peons. My one friend referred to us as cows on a farm. Great, you know, based on the grass and what they feed us and everything is great. You know, it made me think that okay, you're insignificant, but because of who you are, because you were born in the United States, the value of what you feel about our country and everybody else in this country gives it that value that you have pride of being a free citizen of the United States of America. Because because you're more free than any other country. You have more rights than any other country, and all these other countries, the socialist countries like Germany and blah, 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 blah. But no, you notice nobody really talks about Canada?
I know.
Because they're doing good.
Yeah, I know.
They're doing good. They're looking at what we're doing and go, we don't want to be in the United States. And now even more today, you got more people like, I'm not American, I'm Canadian.
Right.
Let's get that straight. Before, Canadians would come over and be like, I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, don't hold it against me. They were just, you know, we used to make them feel like the odd ones.
Right.
But now they're just like, oh, I'm Canadian. You guys crazy over here. Your country's, you're going down. And when you go down, when you come to Canada, you're going to get treated the way you treated us when, you know, goes around comes around. you know, I'm just talking about a few things that's wrong with our country. There's a lot of things that's wrong with our country, and within our country, how we treat each other and people and respect, and it's all a smoke screen. And the Trump administration was just basically let's make America America again. Okay, why would he say
Make
that?
America great again.
Yeah, make America great again.
Meaning businesses flourishing,
Right.
making money, being on top.
But he meant every word of the business act. And he didn't mean anything by the people.
No.
Because he was a racist.
I know.
That's
But
why.
it fuels
That's why
that.
But
It
that's why
fuels
the
that.
damn gay people didn't win. The females didn't. The blacks didn't vote, and that's why he lost the second term. Because they wasn't gonna vote for his ass. He was racist. And he did get. Now he did get the popular. When he first won, he got the popular vote. That's the only reason he won. Because I think people didn't want whatchamacallit to be president. What was her name? Clinton. They didn't want her to be president.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because of she was shady from the get-go. Did you know that Clinton was the leading prosecutor on the Watergate?
Really? Oh,
Did you
that's
know
right.
that?
I remember that.
She was.
Wait, so I can't even join on you yet?
She was shady.
Lawyers
You know?
are shady.
Oh, yeah, shady. Clinton administration was gone. We didn't want the Clinton administration. They set him up for impeachment with that Lewinsky
Monica
chick.
Lewinsky.
Yeah, they wanted it to happen. If anything happened out of order, they wanted him. They knew like, okay, here's our chance that we gotta get Clinton out of here. They wanted him out. And they did. They put his ass out. Because you know what? You know how many presidents have committed adultery? Every last one.
Really?
All of them. You know that saying about Pete Rose getting caught?
Right. They all bet
Betting
on
on
it.
it.
I know.
Jordan bet against his own.
Ah,
Jordan, they all
but
did.
Pete Rose got
But here's
caught.
what happened. When you rub somebody the wrong way, or if somebody important don't like you, it's all
You're gonna
politics.
get out.
There's first chance they get this.
They're gonna
They're
fry
gonna
you.
fry you. Pete Rose was an asshole
Yeah.
to too many people.
Yeah.
So when he got caught, they were like, "Oh yeah, throw the book at that." You know, they wasn't. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. I could see
But if
that.
it was Michael Jordan, Jordan's nice to people.
Yeah.
He's a nice person.
Right.
You know, he's good to people. You know, yeah. Let's just smack him on the hand and he didn't even do that. He's going through a divorce. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, even though it's like $80 million of his endorsements, he still has 80. He still has 8 more than that left, but I don't know. Our country is screwed. I think the only thing we really need to worry about is our immediate family and just like take care of our immediate families as best we can based on what's going on. And that's all we can do. So all this stuff that John said, it's just a way of him to keep busy, to think of. It doesn't do anything because no matter what you read, okay,
What you're looking for.
a lot of it's just a bunch of bullshit, and some of it's true and some of it's not, and
This
to me,
is
it
other
clouds you. You're what you think. Like you've already got the vaccination, so it's not unusual for you to be like, okay, I can condone. Okay, let me listen to everything that's good about the vaccination versus then when you didn't have it and everything that's bad about it. It's not unusual for us. It's human nature to do that,
Sure.
and I get that. But the vaccine may help you, and it may do good for you, and it may kill somebody else. It may kill me.
Right.
And I'll be gone tomorrow.
Well,
if I get the first Pfizer, and I might have a blood clot, I'm gone. Bye-bye. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
you don't want to mandate that on other people. You don't want to make them
Well,
get it.
And that's why I'm so conflicted inside is because I hear good things about it, bad things about it, and I see all these influx of patients, whether they're vaccinated or not.
Right. So what's the
It's
point?
just very.
So what's the point? You got people dying that were
So-
vaccinated, and you got people dying that were not vaccinated.
know.
So what's the difference? You know what the difference is? The difference is the government says that this many people vaccinated versus this many people die is worth it because it's more. It's called collateral damage, conserve the strength.
Right.
That's why. We don't look at it that way. If we were going to hospital and be like, okay, Jody, it's either going to be me or you that's going to die from the vaccine. Which do you choose?
Right.
It's no different. It's no different. You can't mandate down people. If there's so many people out of this many people that have vaccine injury to permanent damage, to long-term damage, short-term, or to death, they will never ever count those numbers. because they don't want you to see those numbers. Because they want our whole country
Until you figure that out, I'm going on the expedition.
They're not interested in vaccine interest. They don't care that these doctors are telling their
Well, that was quick.
Right.
like, oh, well, you know, I would put this in my body, and it doesn't matter because the government says, well, I don't care.
So is it an investigation or what is it?
Your job and it's mandated, you're fired.
Right.
You're not going to get any benefits, and they'll make it so you can't get anything. So that's why I was saying it's probably better if you work for yourself, because if you work for yourself,
Like Ryan. Right.
you might not have to worry about that. And there's a large portion of the fake cards going around too. And I knew that was going to happen too.
Take what?
Fake vaccination cards. It's a black market thing. They're selling them left and right. People are just like, okay, can you prove it? Nope, can't prove it. Why can't you prove it? Like, I'm not. But companies can spend the money and everything because the government's still offering money. Government's offering, to get around that, the government is offering companies millions of dollars to promote the vaccine.
Right.
And that's why these companies do it. Apple has not taken a $1 of it. They're like, we ain't freaking doing it because we know what the hell you're doing. When the shit hits the fan and when the dust settles, Apple doesn't want to be on the side of a vaccine that killed this many people when they're all about diversity, inclusion, and
So
freedom
then,
and
why
privacy.
were they
and
wanting the employees' opinions?
because the government mandates that a company of that size, alright, has to. Tim Cook's been in the White House for the past 3 years, trying to work with the government and the tech giants. He's been hanging out a lot at the White House. Our CEO, Tim Cook, yes, he's been at the White House. So for them to just put this out there, and Tim Cook sit back like, oh no, this is my mobile company. I'm not going to do anything with vaccination. He's got to do something. So they're pumping the brakes. So
Return from expedition.
they're trying to wait out the smoke. That yep, they're just doing a survey. It wasn't mandatory. I was supposed to. They keep extending it, because I was supposed to have it answered by the 17th, and then now it's to the 27th, and so they're just trying to get people to just say whether they're vaccinated or not. It just said totally voluntary. 100% voluntary. You don't have to put this stuff. You know. But they're doing something. You see what I'm saying? If he was just to sit back and be like, no, we're not even going to do a survey, it would be like, okay, well, I got news for you. Why are you hanging out here at the White House if you want to be part of this and you're not doing anything with your huge company? You know, so I know that Tim Cook's been hanging out at the White House for sure. I know. So I think things are going to get construed after a while because, you know, Tim Cook just got what? When I say he just got an $70 million bonus off his Apple stock, $70 million.
No, not really, other than Malachi.
Right. At some point, he's going to release the graph of Apple dump our privacy things.
Right.
And he'll be like, well, you know, I held the company down this long and we didn't deal with that, but now that this new CEO has taken over.
Well, especially if he gets money for releasing that information.
I'm just saying, somebody else, Tim Cook ain't going to live forever.
How old is he?
No, I mean, I don't think he's
not that old.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to retire. He's not going to.
Yeah, he's not going to.
No, he's going to live life without.
I wonder if we get a Halloween costume if we complete the event.
All that money he has. Come on, man. Well, it's all about putting it in. Tim Cook has it in his mind like, when I turn this age, I'm retiring. We won't know that. When he steps down as CEO and lets somebody.
I'm waiting on approval.
The interest changes. When the CEO steps down, the interest changes. Now, too, Tim Cook does have a lot of shares, but why wouldn't he sell them to retire? He would. He'd sell them. He won't need to sell them. He can just cash it. All I can tell you is that Apple won't stay Apple. It'll always be a good company.
All right.
Because of the stock has been doing very well.
He usually gives me barely any troubles.
Got an email saying thank you for us through COVID, doing the work from home, schedule actually
Dang it.
over $1,000. And I get $4,000 from what she, as far as she using Apple Store. So I'm getting $5,000.
But is there a little
$1,000
fine print
cash.
saying only if you get the max?
No, nope, it's not.
They try to bribe us with
Nope.
stuff like, oh,
No, you that kid was saying, we gave you $1,000, I need you back.
a free t-shirt and...
Every time.
Like I said, in order for those companies to take the money, stand on the back. Everybody thinks, oh, well,
Freaking mud, bro.
you don't get the money unless you sell the product. Right, it's getting vaccine, you got 150 something vials of the vaccine, and only 10 of them, that's not the product. You don't get the money. You have to, they're telling you that you have to meet a certain percentage of your staff needs to get vaccinated in order to get the vaccination. Yeah. It's just like the doctor stuff.
I'll get up. No, not yet. What? Yep, I still hear you. Move out the freaking way. God dang it, get over here, Tiger. Thank you. The middle one. He's in swamplands. Oh no, he went upstream. Like I'm fighting him at his little hideout. And he's almost dead. Yeah. Really? You make it so I can't freaking move, bro? Just bring me my crap, tiger. Oh, so you're just gonna give me a while? I'm freaking like, okay. Come back here. You just gonna give me while I'm freaking sharpening my weapon. Really? Bruh, if you don't stop shooting shit at me. You needed. You just did what I freaking. Nice. Although I kind of messed it up before you freaking came along. It's all good. You still put out a good amount of damage, though. Yeah. No, I know. Nah, I grappled him 19 freaking times. I was freaking smacking him up. Alright, I gotta go to bed, man. I got freaking work in the morning. Later, bro. Alright, guys.